she was bugged out.
Oh yeah.
The Thundercats is just the memory. It's kind of collective memory of us basically being like the guardians of the galaxy. Basically being chartering through the world, keeping everyone safe and keeping the other beings at bay and watching all the gates. The Thundercats is that ancient memory that's coming up in our propaganda, in our social, in our social networking. I love Thundercats. Like when I saw it, and also with Dungeons and Dragons, the girl that used to flip on the staff, like she had very lion kind of energy, or Josie and the Pussycats. Josie and the Pussycats. You're too young for that, but y'all know. Some of you more seasoned know about Josie and the Pussycats. A lot of us who felt that's a connectivity to the Lyrian energy. They didn't leave, but we had to raise up to match them so that they could remind us of our connection to them.
You know what's interesting about you saying that the energy is rising again, and that's why we're getting interested in it. And I wanted to do the show. The most viral video ever on the internet that broke the internet, Cat Williams, Cat. The beginning of this year, Cat.
Wait a sec. Stop it. Stop it. Yes. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
The year started. The year started out with the cat.
Yo, that is so reminiscent. That's it. Listen, you brought it up. That's that energy. It's we're raising up, and now we're starting. That collective is giving us the mirror to the Lyrian energy.
Wow.
Darn. I know I get excited. I'm sorry.
No, yeah. That's the most viral video ever on the internet.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Cat Williams. So, and he's and what do we know about Cat Williams in these videos? He's very wise.
Yeah.
He has reverence. That's Lyrian energy.
Damn, this thing is real, y'all. Woo. Let me
That's her. She's got it. She's got it.
Oh yeah. Who is the Galactic Federation then?
It's kind of like you know how we have the UN here in the United States. It's like a collective that makes sure that there are rules and regulations universally that need to be followed and upheld. Because of a lot of the cataclysms and the wars that happened before, they wanted to make sure we didn't have those kind of genocidal wars that killed off. There are beings that are literally disappeared during those wars that we don't even have knowledge of anymore.
Fleurbrun, what would you say to somebody who's had absolutely no experience with ETs, UFOs, or any of this, but they're curious, but they're like, this shit sound crazy to me. But, they haven't had any experience with it, but it intrigues them a little bit. What would you tell somebody who's, on the fence about this type of information?
It's relative. I always say you don't have to necessarily believe it, but just be open and receptive to the information and see if it has any relativity, if it's relative to you and it feels like something that you want to further investigate.
The fire.
Yes. That's that whole, the fire, again, I would think Lyrians and the Leo energy is fire. It's the element that they carry. It's a signature that they carry. I think it's just interconnected with the astrology of it. That's what I think. So I think it's synonymous with the Leo energy is synonymous with the Lyrian energy, which is just a fire element. That's it.
Indeed. Where did I see this? Okay. They want to know, Net wants to know, how do you know if you died on Lyra in the war?
You usually have memories. Like you remember, usually the Lyrians, when they transitioned, they'll have they tend to be really isolated, because remember the Lyrians, when they left, they all kind of isolate. They're watchers more. They don't really interface. So if you're more of a loner and you like to observe rather than engage, that's very Lyrian-like, and it comes from you having a memory, a cellular memory of the war and the pain and the hurt, and how you having the need to separate yourself. That could be that. Also, you could have dreams like Rich has, or connections to Lian showing up in your dreams, kind of like in the Black Panther, when he woke up to the ancestral realm and he went to the tree. And that's the avatar connection too. Remember, they always tell you what the Lyrians are. The Lyrians were an agricultural group. Wow. So when you see the avatars and they put their tails and connect it to the tree, then you got to go to Black Panther. And when he goes into the underworld and his ancestors were in the trees as panthers, that a tree is the knowledge, the ancient knowledge. That's the Akashic records. That's basically your DNA's encryption codes. Okay.
What part of the galaxy do we go when we leave this world, when we die from this world? Where do we
Well,
go?
I personally know we're living in a firmament, and it's multiple domes. And
Uh-huh.
even in the bigger dome, there's multiple domes in each country.
Mm,
So also know that when we transcend, and when we transcend this realm, you generally stay in the dome that you transcend. But if you ascend past the cap or the dome's, the dome's ceiling,
mhm,
then you're allotted to go into the different realms. They'll usually say, like, I won't ever use 5D. 5D is the lowest, and they
mhm,
purposefully promote that because they want people to keep themselves at the lower level. 5D is not a high level.
mm,
That's why the other dark Kabbalists can access you at 5D. Most of us in this consciousness, even in this conversation, are already in 5D.
mm,
The higher realms, when you get outside of the firmament, you start going into like 7, 8, 9D, seventh heaven. That
mm,
7 is the point where you hit outside the dome. It's not 5.
mm,
Okay. So once you get out there, then you have access to your original homes. And if you look at the actual map, there's a map that this Argentinian has. I forgot, I had it somewhere. I'll show it to you one day. It's a map, and it actually shows that we're not living in a galaxy like you think. We're living just in a flat world with a dome over us. And all of the outside worlds are other, like Anunnaki world, the Pleiades. It's actually outside of us in other domes, outside of our dome. So
mm,
it's not above, it's actually around us.
mhm, mhm,
And Antarctica would be in the center of that, which is like the meridian, the 0 point.
mhm, mhm,
And
mhm,
in order for us to leave, we have to leave through 0 point. So how you got in this firmament, and it depends on your development as a spirit, as a soul. If you
mm,
accrued enough of a higher awareness to be able to access outside of here and wake up outside of this firmament, but
mm,
you would have to go out the way you came in, and you have to reach 0 point. And 0 point is something, that's why they change the directions north, south, east,
right,
and
right.
west are not the directions you think. They switch them around. So it confuses you. That's why you have to know, you have to have clarity. That's why I say stay away from doing anything that changes your alchemical composition. You have to go in,
Mhm,
okay?
mhm,
And once you go in, there isn't anything that could trick you.
mm.
This is the perfect compass. Your heart is a
Your
perfect
heart,
compass.
perfect compass. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's why they said your heart should be light as a feather. Huh? Yeah, indeed. So somebody's asking, what about the birds?
The birds are connected to the reptilians. That's another base. That's one of the part of the root connection to the reptiles. So
Mhm,
the avian groups are also another form of. That's why you see them on the ancient Kemetic walls.
mhm,
That's another type. They're different type of beings that are connected to the avian groups. And again, A's, because they're connected and they're oldest in this realm, they have a connection to the birds the most out of all blood types. A's, not the other ones. A's. So if you're an A, you're going to feel like the birds, a lot of animals have more connection to you because you're an older blood type. Don't believe the hype that they tell you that A's are the newest and O's are the oldest. That's the oldest. O's aren't, they're the new kids on the block. A's are the oldest. That's why all animals and insects love them.
mm, indeed. Let's do. You got time for about two more questions?
Yes, of course.
We've been here for This is like wow.
I know, I'm sorry. I didn't want to keep you too long.
No, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. All right. Well, somebody, I guess they're asking this because you talked about the drugs earlier. What do you think about shrooms, mushrooms? You ever engage in shrooms?
Well, remember, there's a kingdom. You got to remember the bacteria kingdom, the fungi kingdom, they
Yeah.
have a hierarchy. And
Mm,
I wouldn't say that you couldn't engage with the shrooms, but they would have to invite you. You ever play
mm,
Mario Brothers and you have the mushrooms?
mm,
They actually have a hierarchy. So a lot of people engage with things that they don't have an invitation for. And it
mm.
doesn't give them anything other than a high.
Oh shit! Wow.
Okay. You have to have an invitation. And a lot of people are going into the plant kingdom and they're just going in without the qualifications. You aren't going
Mm,
to get anything when you aren't qualified.
mm. Wow. What a I don't know if he was ready for that answer. What an answer. What an answer. Let's see. Somebody saying, so what species is from Earth since we not from here?
This, what Earth though? I personally think that we're living in a simulated Earth. This is an Earth. If you're talking about Tiamat, Tiamat, the Andromedans, some forms of reptilians, serpentine beings, the Nega. Those are all originally from Tiamat, the earth that they're mimicking and terraforming it to look like. So if you're talking about the earth that many of us came from, including me, I come from Tiamat. That's my home world. And that's why I'm connected to the Andromedans. And so are the Nega, serpentine beings. So that's the real earth. This is a simulated earth. So that's why I asked you, what earth are you talking about? The simulated earth or the Tiamat earth or other versions of the simulated earth that were here before the cataclysms?
Who decided to simulate Tiamat? Like, whose idea was it for this
Well, it's like,
holographic?
let's say you've seen a world and you want to recreate it to create a perfect homeostasis for a species
Gotcha.
that you're trying to develop. You would just create and terraform it, just like when we go to the zoo. The polar bear doesn't know he's not living in the south,
Gotcha.
the North Pole. So they kind of, remember King Kong? He was in a simulated world and he threw it and it hit the ceiling and that sucker cracked.
Yeah.
He was living in a simulated world. I mean, I don't know what, everyone has a different reason why they came to this simulation or this hologram. It could be that you needed to develop yourself. Maybe you were warlike and you needed to be humbled and you came to this world to develop a form of spirituality and consciousness beyond what you had outside of here. Everyone has a different reason why they're here.
They want to know, how do you know who you are connected to? Like you said,
You feel
the
it.
Andromedans. Yeah.
Oh, you feel it. They come to you. If you're connected to, you can't fake the funk. You can't fake an alliance. They come to you. The Andromedans came to me from a baby.
Whew.
From a baby.
From a
And it's one of
baby?
the reasons why I'm not invited to any of the to the conferences, because
Okay, they're asking, where is the Tiamat Earth at then? Where's
it's outside the dome. We have a dome. We're like in a terror dome. Outside the dome, there's different worlds that we existed in. So there's a Tiamat that's actually an Earth. That's where many of us come from. It's outside of our dome, and it's right outside of our walls. But we just think we're living. Remember, distance is an illusion, and so is time. So we think that this is real because everything in here perceivably feels real, but it's a simulated world. So Tiamat is outside of this dome, this firmament. And when we go through reset, we have the ability, if we qualify, and we have the DNA codes, keys to access and wake up outside of here, this structure.
Do you know why? Did you ask or find out why you incarnated down here?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm bringing my crew back. I came here to bring my crew back. We came upon this world. We were shot down in a ship, and we got caught up in the grid. There's a grid that once you die here, it holds you in here. So you have to go through the cycle of reincarnation until you develop and get higher. So when I got caught here, I had a crew that I came with. So basically, I'm here to get my people and get out.
Damn. Your ship got shot down, you saying?
We got caught up in the grid. And when we came down, when we came down, we got caught. So when you die inside of here, you got to go through the loop.
I've heard some people say Andromedas are all woman or female planet. Is that?
Yes.
That's true. So that's true. Oh, shit. So how y'all get with the brothers? How y'all?
Well, you adapt. You adapt, but where we come from, we only have women. Yeah. And I don't want to go deeper in that because there's something else connected to that, but I think that's a little too deep. They can go and see the video. There's something about the women that's different, and it could be why they're promoting certain things here, because we're built a little differently.
Wow. Yeah.
Don't ask. Let's see that. We'll leave it as a PG show.
Yeah. This is just too interesting. This is too interesting.